Seeing as though I recorded a review for Pure Love Anthems, I thought the next best thing to go on to would be the first two Gallows albums. So let's start with the first one, the debut album, which I'm sure some of you have obviously heard before, some of you won't have. It is Orchestra of Wolves. Now, it's not exactly the best of debuts. It's a brilliant album, but this version is dual disc, so it starts off with Kill the Rhythm, Come Friendly Bombs, Abandon Ship, In the Belly of a Shark, 6 Years, Rolling with the Punches, Last Fight for the Living Dead, Just Because You Sleep Next to Me Doesn't Mean You're Safe, Will Someone Shoot That Fucking Snake, Cold, I Promise This Won't Hurt, and Orchestra of Wolves. Now, probably my favourite songs on there is Orchestra of Wolves, In the Belly of a Shark, and Abandoned Ship. They're my favourite ones on that disc. Now, that's just a normal album. This one is the re-release one, so there's a second disc as well. Abandoned Ship, Rolling with the Punches, Will Someone Shoot That Fucking Snake, 6 Years, from the BBC Punk session on the 5th of the 4th, 2007. Just Because You Sleep Next to Me Doesn't Mean You're Safe, In the Belly of a Shark, BBC Rock Session 28/12/2006. Sick of Feeling Sick, Black Heart Queen, and Nervous Breakdown. Then, about the 12-minute mark into Nervous Breakdown, it goes on to a song which they have a video for, but isn't actually credited on the album. It's Staring at the Rude Boys with Lethal Bizzle. It's quite a good cover song. That's probably my favourite bit of the second disc. I'm going to try and take this out to show you what it's like on the inside, because on the inside it's actually quite cool. This is the... Get it back far enough. That's the outside bit, and this is the inside bit with the different discs in. It's obviously got the extended booklet in, but that's quite cool as well. As it goes for debut albums, not a bad debut album, but I've heard a lot better. The second disc certainly makes up for the first disc, although the first disc is rather lengthy, actually. Not as good as their follow-up album, which is one of my favourite albums of all time. The sound quality on this is absolutely brilliant, though. I mean, for a hardcore punk band, you wouldn't expect anything else from them, and it really shows just how much of a powerhouse Gallows were when Frank Carter was singing for them. I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It has its weak points and its more or less memorable songs. What album doesn't? But the second disc and the bonus content with it surely makes up for it with the live sessions and the covers and the unreleased songs. If you're a hardcore punk fan and you haven't actually heard this album before, I suggest you go and listen to it, because it will fastly become one of your favourite albums. If you've heard of it and you own it, obviously, I don't really know why you're listening to me saying this, but one of the better albums released from any hardcore punk bands.